Hello, everybody, and welcome to our reaction to the game to the Premier League games that happened this Saturday. These games, what can I say? I did some predictions already for these games yesterday, and let's see what happened today. And let's start with Liverpool versus Southampton. This is the game I watched, and this game was. What can I say? I predicted Liverpool to win this game, and that was the result. I was correct once in a while, but it was not as straightforward as you might think, right? Because if you watch the first half, Liverpool was not as sharp, didn't have so much energy, did not control. I mean, they controlled the ball, but they were not effective, and also they made the primitive mistakes that I always talk about when I talk about Liverpool defense, right? They sometimes make primitive mistakes, and today was made by the two giants, Allison and Van Dijk, the captain, and this resulted in the first goal, the first and last goal for Southampton in this game by Will Smallbone. Okay, in minute 46th. I did make a video yesterday, and it's already on. It's already posted today about Liverpool versus Paris Saint Germain rewatch. So I rewatched it, and I tried to be as what can I say, as objective as I could, and I talked about the game again. Make sure to check that video, and that will help you also understand this game, right? And the reason why I'm saying that is because if you watch that game before between Liverpool and Paris Saint Germain, you will see that Liverpool mindset or strategy, we don't know. You need to watch that video. Was based on defense, and I think, and of course, Liverpool didn't play very well that game. So I think, in my opinion, Liverpool players coming to this game against Southampton, they either still had the same energy from that game against Paris Saint Germain, which we saw in the first half, or they were a little bit, what can I say, they didn't treat Southampton as a real challenge, which resulted in the difficulties we saw in the first half for Liverpool. And that is a mistake sometimes people make. But when you have players like Liverpool have, and a coach like what Liverpool has, they can come back and pull the win. And that's what we saw in the second half. I heard that I don't know if the language colorful, but in the second between the halves, the coach was really unhappy, and he was actually, even in his interview, he said, I saw really, really, really low energy. Like maybe he said they had more energy in the game against Paris Saint-Germain than this game here. So that's can happen sometimes. It's a long season, it's a lot of games. You are winning basically most of the games, and things can happen. Sometimes you go into that cruise control, and if you don't know how to come out of it to boost that energy out, things can get a little bit challenging. And that's what we saw. The coach Arne Slot was very brave, and he ordered, because he is I guess he can join the players in or talk to the players between the halves, but he cannot join them. What can I say? He cannot join them in the sidelines because he is penalized. I think this is his last game, so we will see him next time Liverpool plays in England. Anyway, they made three changes, and those changes made a huge difference. Elliott came in, and I think I can't remember the other two, but I think Jones and somebody else, Indo, I think, right? So you could see the huge difference they made. They brought in energy. Nunes today was really good. he put himself in in a little bit of a tricky situation when he tackled the player from Southampton, and he was. I think, in my opinion, it was a rough challenge, but a yellow card is enough. But I think if he was in a different position somewhere else, he would have got a red card, right? So sometimes he needs to focus, because at this stage, if you get a red card and your team now is losing and they have to play only with 10 men, that's gonna make things really hard for you. So I am glad that he was able to think about it a little bit, I believe, and get back to the game, and that he was able to actually score the first goal for Liverpool from an assist from the Colombian international. What's his name? Lucho Diaz. And he ended up scoring. Then, of course, the Egyptian king comes back and scores in a penalty that was resulted from a tackle against Nunez. Nunez is working hard today, and of course Salah comes back again to score the winner, and the the penalty was ridiculous. Like the defender, the Japanese defender, I can't remember his name. He really he pushes the ball like this, boom. I think you guys saw it, but that was funny. But actually, the same guy in the prior game they played, he he calls a penalty for Liverpool again. So, and Salah beautifully scores it up in the corner. Salah these days, or these two corners today, they were really good in the game. Sorry, the corners were taken really beautifully. If we look at the shots, like this is not surprising, but Liverpool had 28 shots, 7 on target. Southampton had 6 and 4 on target. Liverpool, of course, had ball position 72%, and Southampton only 28%. Corners, Liverpool had 6 and Southampton has 4. And now, if you look at the table, Liverpool has 4 wins and 1 draw, and Southampton still in the bottom table with 4 losses and 1 win, 9 points, no change there. And Southampton again, the reason why some Southampton were giving hard time to Liverpool is because they have nothing to lose, right? They have nothing to lose, and at this stage, I said this many times, and I'm gonna repeat it all the time. At this stage, there are no easy games. Even if you play with the last team in the league, or the team in the 18th position, or like the 17th, like we saw with Wolves against Liverpool, it wasn't an easy game, even though it was in Anfield. So people who are surprised why Liverpool played like this today, and they weren't like crazy and decisive and blah 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 blah. I don't know what to tell them. You know what? Each game has its own challenges, and I don't think I don't think that I'm gonna say I don't think just coming to a game against a team that is maybe in the last position of the table, you're gonna just smash them and go through them. Like you have, and I think that's what happened. Even I think people who were expecting that explains why Liverpool was not doing great in the first half, because Liverpool players, I feel, they were expecting the same thing, and that is a wrong idea. In a different situation, maybe you will find yourself down by 2 or 3, then things becomes really dicey. So I'm glad for the Liverpool fans and Liverpool players. They were able to figure it out and get back to it. I am not really worried about Liverpool. What can I say? In the next games, I think they are gonna be consistent. They are gonna look for the win, and that's the main thing: is finding the win, even though in challenging circumstances. We saw that a lot with Man City when they won the Champions League and the Premier League. They struggled in many games, and sometimes they pulled the winner at the end of the game. and that's part of the game, because at the end of the day, what do we remember? We remember who won, not how they played. It is an extra point, an extra emotional boost when you play very well and you win, right? But at the end of the day, if you manage to win 3-1, I don't think that there is much to worry about the team here. But we'll see what's going to happen tomorrow when Arsenal plays, and see how they're going to react against Man United. Are they going to win it, or are they going to struggle and crumble again against Man United? Because Man United sounds to play very well against big teams. We'll see what's going to happen. I believe that's it for this game. I think logic was respected in this game. And let's look at another game here that I chose Man City to win it, and it was Man City versus Forest. This game, unfortunately for Man City, ended up with a win for Forest, and applauds for Forest for pulling the win, even though they were playing in their home field. It was not an easy task today. They scored in the minute 83. My God, their coach is fantastic. Like, what Forest is doing this year is crazy. Good job for them. And I am not surprised that they won this game. And this is going to help them with the ranking. They have to keep themselves away from Man City, because Man City was just right behind them, and I think they are still behind them, especially in points. I think there was only 1 point difference. So for Forest, this was a huge game. Same thing for Man City, but Man City crumbled again and were not able to pull the win. If we look at the statistics of this game, Man City had control of the ball 70%, which can tell you how Man City, how prepared they were, but they didn't have the decisive last touch today. And that's what happened sometimes. And this game reminds me of the game against Liverpool, right? Man City had so much ball control, so much what can I say, pressure, but Liverpool were able to pull the win with similar percentages. I think Liverpool then had 32% of ball position, and Man City had 68. So yeah, I'm not surprised in this result at all. Good job for Forest. Applause for you guys, and keep doing what you're doing. You got a fantastic coach. And let's look here at the table. We can still see Forest is in the third position with 2 wins, 2 losses, and 1 draw. So this is a positive reaction after the last 3 games. On the other hand, Chelsea now is number 5. Okay, sorry. Man City is still in number 4 with 47. And that is in jeopardy because Chelsea is playing tomorrow against what can I say, against Leicester City. So things are getting tight there in the fourth and the fifth position, and even Brighton is now in has 46 points. We'll see. Okay, let's look at the other games. Oh, this game was really good. I wasn't able really to finish this game, but the game was good between Crystal Palace and Ipswich. It was really fantastic. So much pressure from what can I say, from both sides, because they had opportunities both sides. But Newcastle, man, they were fantastic, and the goalkeeper Parma, he is a really good goalkeeper. This guy, one of the Premier League teams, they need to snitch this guy before it's too late, because he is a really good goalkeeper. My God, as a defender, you'll dream to have a goalkeeper like this guy. Anyway, the game ended up with 1-0 for Crystal Palace, and the score was at minute 82. That's how close the game was. That's how Ipswich Town, they are really unlucky recently. Like, they've been working so hard. Like, they had really good games, but they just lose at the end. They are missing something somewhere. I don't know what's the deal with them. They need. I think maybe next year they will come back. I have a feeling Excuse me, they are going to go to the championship, but we'll see. Uh, Shots. When it comes to shots, Crystal Palace had 19, and also uh, Ipswich had 15 and 8 on target. Crystal Palace had 4 on target. Ball position was for Crystal Palace 56%, and Crystal Palace had 5 corners. Well, let's look now at the position of these guys in the table. Crystal Palace in the 11th position with 4 wins and 1 loss, and Ipswich is still in position 18 with what can I say, with 4 losses and 1 draw. They have 17 points. Same thing with Leicester City, 17 points. I don't know if Leicester City will be able to pull a win tomorrow against Chelsea to boost their positioning. We don't know, but they still have chance. Ipswich Town and Leicester City still have chance to save themselves, and the competition is going to be between them and Wolves. Wolves have 23%. Let's see what Wolves did today in this in these games today. Yeah. Before let's yeah, Wolves and Everton. The game was 1-1, and of course Wolves again draw points. What can I say? Jack Harrison scored the first one for Wolves in minute 33, and Marshall Monty scored the equalizer for Wolves in minute 1. And if we look at some statistics in this game, we had 11 shots for Wolves and 3 on target, 12 shots for Everton and 4 on target. Wolves had more ball position, 66%, and corners, they were same 5-5. And that's the thing. Um, Actually, let's finish talking about these guys. I just want to mention one more thing about Paris Saint Germain here. I'm really invested in that game, and I think most of us who are watching the Champions League are. If we look at Everton positioning in the league, they are in 14th position in the mid-table. I think if they keep producing similar results, now they have 4 draws and 1 win. I think they need to add some wins there to keep themselves in the league. I don't see them going down, but yeah. On the other hand, Wolves are in the 17th position with 2 draws, 2 losses, and sorry, yeah, 1 draw, 2 losses, and 2 wins. 17th position, and behind them is Ipswich, 17. In the 18th position with 17 points. So tomorrow, if Leicester City wins against Chelsea, which is really hard, I think they're gonna have 20 points, which makes them 3 points behind Wolves. So things are really tricky for Wolves now. They need to be careful if they want to stay in the Premier League. If we move to the next game, Brighton versus Fulham. This game was a really good game also. Brighton or Fulham opened the score card by Raul Jimenez. I think that's how you say his name in minute 33. Then Brighton came back in minute 41 by John Van Hecky at 41, scoring the equalizer, and there was a penalty scored by Pedro in minute 98 in the extra time. It was a penalty, and Brighton ended up winning. And if we look at the statistics here, they had 9 shots, 4 on target. Fulham had 6 and 1 on target. And holy moly, Fulham had 7 corners. And that's the thing. Sometimes, if you know you are gonna go into the other team's field, right? Try to use the corners you get. You get 7 corners, for God's sake. You cannot even turn one of them to a goal. Like, learn from other teams. Like Liverpool, when they played that short play and they were able to score that day. I think it was against Man City. Why don't you guys do similar ideas? I don't know what these guys are thinking. Actually, talking about corners, actually, this is what I want to say. Like last time in the game of Man City and sorry, Paris Saint Germain and Liverpool. Like Paris Saint Germain had 12 corners, and they could not use one. Actually, one of them was tricky. Was cleared by Sabrosai. I think that one, if Sabrosai didn't kick that one out, it was gonna be in because Allison was not gonna stop that one. But that's crazy. Like 12, 12, and they couldn't convert one to a goal. They need to practice. You can just like be always kicking the ball in the middle and let them fight for it. You need to be like see what Arsenal was doing in the season, the beginning of the season, using their uh, their corners, and they were scoring like crazy from there until people, you know, what can I say, figured them out. But they used it at least, right? So I don't know. You should always have the trick with the corner to score. You can do it. You just a lot of teams did it. The other game we had today was between where did it go? Between Brentford and Aston Villa. This game ended up with a win from Aston Villa, which I expected 0-1. Or did he give it to Brentford? Oh my God, I can't remember. Yeah, this is what I said. I said if the coach started, Aston Villa coach started with Rashford and Asensio, I will give it to Aston Villa. But if he starts with, if he doesn't, I will give it to Brentford. I think that's what I say. I give it to the Bees. But he didn't start with them and they won. It was not an easy game for them because Brentford had 60% of of ball position, and they had 13 goals and 13 shots and 13 goals. What are you talking about? 13 shots and 3 on target, 12 shots and 4 on target, 12 shots. And both of them had good numbers in corners, 6 for the Bees and 5 for Aston Villa. Let's see what Aston Villa here today. Aston Villa is number 7 now in the league, 45 points. Look at that. They were in position 10. Now they are in the 7th. See what happened? There is a big fight in that part of the table. And if you look at the Bees, Brentford, they are in the 12th position, in front of Tottenham and behind Crystal Palace. So yeah, not bad for Brentford. I think they're gonna end up finishing the season in the midfield. Aston Villa has a chance to finish in they could make it to the 4th position if they work hard and the other guys keep dropping points, or at least the 5th position. We'll see what's going to happen with these guys. Yeah, so and I believe, guys, that's it. Or actually, there was another game, maybe. Hopefully, I didn't forget anything. No, that's it. We had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 matches. And I believe I got Liverpool winning. That was correct. Man City lost. That was wrong. Crystal Palace, that's what I chose. Brighton, I got that one. Aston Villa versus Brentford, I didn't get that one. And Wolves and Everton, I think I gave it to Wolves based on their last performances, but they ended up with a tie. Not a bad predictions from my side. Tomorrow we're going to have Tottenham against Bournemouth and Chelsea versus Leicester City. And I believe I give the win in the first game between Tottenham and Bournemouth to Bournemouth, and Chelsea versus Leicester City. I want Leicester City to win, but I think Chelsea is going to win it because they are going to be playing in their field. However, you never know. You never know. Look what happened today to Liverpool against Southampton. You don't know. Leicester City has a big motivation. They need to use it to keep going. And Man United versus Arsenal, I gave this one to Man United. We'll see what's going to happen. I wouldn't be surprised if Arsenal smashed them. West Ham versus Newcastle. Newcastle, the Magpies. Um, I think I am giving. I can't remember which one I chose here, but I chose. I think I'm gonna choose Newcastle because I think they were doing very well before the last few games where they struggled. I think the Magpies got some flu going on there, so I hope that they're over the flu and they're going to get back to it. We'll see what's gonna happen. Anyway, games today were not that bad. Not so many goals as normal, but that's okay. There is so many or so much tactical, what can I say, strategies going on now because of the time of the season we are at, and that's normal. Every team is being very careful not to lose, not to drop points, and again, that's part of the game at this time of the season. We'll see tomorrow, guys, what's going to happen. Make sure to check my rewatch video for Chelsea against, uh, sorry, not Chelsea, Paris Saint Germain versus Liverpool, and see what are the things I was able to find from rewatching that game. And also make sure to watch the video I made about Alison Becker and other videos. Again, thank you so much, and make sure to like and subscribe. I want to see more subscribers, you guys, and likes. And I'm looking forward for the new the for the sorry for the tomorrow's games. And I hope to see you guys there. Have a nice day and take care. Bye bye.